Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the Commexis Cast Daily. We are live today, and we're going to be focusing on the recent Facebook algorithm changes. Last night, Mark Zuckerberg came out and announced some interesting changes to the Facebook algorithm. To quote him, the well-being of users is better served by connecting with friends and family than by passively reading articles or watching videos. So the change to the algorithm is going to basically make it so that you see more posts from your friends and families and people that you actually know and tend to interact with, and much less from pages and business pages specifically, and their content, their videos, their articles, et cetera, et cetera. And the goal here is to increase interaction between users. So one of the things there is that they noticed that people tended to be sadder when they were on social media and not really interacting. So first, let's go with some introductions. I am Matthew McGordy, the videographer and podcaster here at Commexis. Today I am joined by Rebecca Milstead, the social media manager at Commexis. Say hello, Rebecca.
Hello.
And Hannah McGann, our social media intern.
Hi, everyone.
So they're here with me to sort of get these questions out and see what the effect's going to be. So just let's add some context to this. Obviously, Facebook, as many people have known, have had a lot of controversies lately, especially in regards to fake news and stuff like that. And they've been doing some different things to try and solve that problem. This is one of the things that they hope will help solve it. And then other things is that the former co-founder, well, not the former co-founder, the co-founder, another co-founder of Facebook, critiqued in an open letter in November Facebook for basically enforcing this social validation loop. So basically people go to Facebook and they feel good going and they get addicted to it and then they feel like they have to do it and stuff like that. So this is one of the ways that they hope people will hopefully be happier on social media and interact more with their friends and family. But that's not necessarily great for businesses. So Rebecca, how do you think that this change is going to be affecting business going forward?
I think it's going to be very difficult for businesses going forward. In a video that Social Media Examiner did last night, they said posting blogs is going to be a no-go. Facebook wants you to have that conversation, wants your content to be conversational, spark conversation between friends, and to get that content out there. So I think in the beginning it's going to be difficult until each business can find that niche to get their users talking about what they have to offer and the events related to their business.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I think is really interesting, and that Social Media Examiner mentioned in their video, which you guys should go check out, he talked about how articles are effectively going to be defunct now because typically people don't get as much interaction, and a lot of news publishers don't get as much interaction on their news articles compared to that video content, right, especially that very shareable video content.
I think one of the video, how it's going to be important, although they said normal video is going to go down, live video is a great way to get the word out there. Users interact, they let their friends know that the company's live, they'll tune into the video. So I think that's going to be one of the main ways.
Yeah, I agree. Hannah, why don't you talk a little bit about how much you think you use live video and how interactive that tends to be, if you use it at all. You are the young millennial, college millennial.
I don't use live video that often. When I'm on Facebook, I tend to be scrolling through the very satisfying videos of them putting a recipe together, or even them decorating a cake, and I just find it so satisfying, and I'll tag my friends in it, and then we'll have a laugh about it. And that's kind of how I use Facebook. I also use it for engaging with friends if they've had a success in their life, they got a new job. That's how I use it. So it's it's good that they're having the engagement there, becoming more important, but at the same time I'm curious to see how sharing posts on Facebook is going to change, because now it's
going to be way different.
All about conversations and less about sharing content.
Yeah, what I think is interesting about that is I feel like this change sort of encourages more, and they had been encouraging this in the past as well, but encourages more of that recipe video, or for example, I like some cute animal videos and stuff like that. Yeah. So you mentioned that you tag your friends in them, and that is exactly what they're going for.
But when I do it, I just tag someone, and then my friend will go and like that I tagged it. They don't comment. They don't start that conversation. So I'm not sure how that's going to
Yeah,
start.
that's true. I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, they're not going to completely be cutting out this content. Like you have a likelihood of somebody seeing your content if they like your stuff, and also you're able to go on individual pages and say that you want to see this first in your news feed as opposed to other things. But the one thing they did mention was that videos and articles that get almost no interaction are basically not going to show up at all, which I think is an issue for a lot of things, especially when you're trying to create and cultivate that social media audience. How are you going to do that in this new space? So one thing we want to talk about is advertising. This is basically going to be the way to be doing it from going. So.
They said in Mark's report, and the person, I forget his name, who was in charge of the news feed, had said that as of now, ads are not going to have any effect. So they're going to remain the same, which is going to be the way to get the word out about your business.
Yeah, I've read a couple things that talk about how, obviously, if there's going to be less content in your news feed, then there's probably going to be less ads being seen by people as a whole. But at the end of the day, advertising is still going to be there, and it seems like if your content's not going to be seen organically, that you're going to have to sort of pay to play into this space. So finally, Facebook Live. Hey, wait, that's what we're doing right now. Facebook Live is going to be a big thing going forward because that tends to get more interactions. So expect a lot more content, hopefully from us with Facebook Lives, but not just from us, from many other pages that you follow, because that's going to be one of the things that we're going to be pushing forward. I mean, one of the things that we've been doing here is getting that engaging video content going forward, and encouraging our clients to try out this Facebook Live stuff that maybe they are a little not too sure about, but now it definitely seems like that this is the way that you're going to have to be doing it going forward. Facebook Lives, some sort of content that's really engaging, or just paying to play. So it'll definitely be interesting going forward, seeing how these things develop. Any last comments anybody wants to throw out there?
Yeah, I mean, now I'm seeing Instagram Live being like a huge thing with celebrities, so they're probably getting their messages across through the Instagram Live and having those millions of people watching. So I'll be curious to see how businesses take on that, if they're going to start implementing Instagram and Facebook, or just Facebook, or see what happens.
Yeah, I wonder how that'll play in, because Facebook now has their story feature. So I wonder if businesses might want to pivot more towards that. I mean, obviously Facebook gets it a little bit less than Instagram, because Instagram you normally follow businesses directly. But do you guys think that that's an avenue that businesses will be able to go for? Or is it not really viable in Facebook's current atmosphere? I
feel like when I did my whole report on Snapchat versus Instagram stories, Instagram has completely taken over Snapchat. And I haven't really seen anything on Facebook, so I feel like this could be an opportunity for businesses to take Facebook to their advantage for the story-wise, but again, it's what you post on your story, and sharing content. It's basically a live video, a 10-second video, so it's really what you post on there that's going to affect what's going on.
I agree. All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in to our live Commexis Cast Daily for today. We're going to be coming to you again on Monday, probably not live, but we'll have a podcast. But we just thought it was really important to sort of get out here in front of this and let our clients know that there's going to be changes coming, but you shouldn't entirely be super worried, especially if you're Facebook advertising. A lot of people and a lot of clients might be worried about that. Don't worry, advertising is still going to be a big thing on Facebook. It just might involve, for your rest of your social media content, might involve some tweaking and retooling there. But your pages will still get, seen, hopefully, and your advertisements definitely will. And maybe we have to go forward and shift the way that we do some video and stuff like that. So everybody, thank you for tuning in today, and check us out on Monday for more of the latest trending news. Have a great day.